Hey Zwifters, welcome to another Recon Season 2, Stage 2, and we're in London for the Classique course. Absolute sprinter's paradise, this one. Plenty of points to be picking up. There's 6 laps for the A and B, 5 laps for the C and D riders, but plenty of points all round, first across the line and the fastest through that particular segment. This segment also acts as the finish line at the end of the race as well. There's a long lead in, but before we dive into the Recon, we've got a giveaway this season. We are approaching 2,000 subscribers, and hopefully it won't be too long till we hit that 2,000 subscriber mark. And to celebrate that, Provision have given us the opportunity to do a giveaway. So we've got 2 items to give away. We have this fabulous indoor training top from Provision. This is the motherboard indoor training top or base layer. In fact, I've been using it as a base layer outside as well. And then also they want us to give away one of their Silicon Edge race jerseys. So this is one of the jerseys for outdoors. Again, you could use it indoors, but it's absolutely exceptional. AERO, lightweight, breathable for the outdoors. So we're giving away those 2 items. All you need to do to be in a chance is first of all be a subscriber to this channel. So if you're not already subscribed, now is the perfect opportunity to do so. Just click on the subscribe button below. While you're there, just give it a thumbs up and maybe just tick that bell icon as well, and you'll get notified every time we go live. The second thing you need to do is just comment on this video. Anything positive will do. Just leave a comment below after you finish watching it. Give us some feedback, give us some comments. What did you like? Did you like the race footage that we're using this season? Anything positive, and you'll be in a chance to win that giveaway. We're going to do the giveaway as soon as we hit that 2,000 subscribers, so we may not wait until the end of this season's Recon videos. But now let's get straight into the Recon for the London Classique. All right, so first of all, let's have a look at the course and lap details for the London Classique. A and B riders, you are going to be covering 38.7 kilometers, 196.8 meters of elevation. You've got the mole sprint reverse, which you've got first across the line on every single lap, and then of course you've got the fastest through segment, which is still the mole sprint reverse, but it's for the whole race. So the fastest 10 times through the whole race will pick up points for the FTS on this occasion. C and D riders, it's 5 laps for you, 32.8 kilometers, 170 meters of elevation. So let's get out on course. Bear in mind, I'm going to run through the power-ups and bike choice at the end of the Recon. All right, so just to say again, I am using actual race footage this time to give you a good idea of what that sprint and that preem section like was on the London Classic course. So we're going to leave the pens quick as normal, I expect, take a right-hand turn, and then we're straight out into the lead-on and on the London circuit, not the Classic circuit. This first 5.5 kilometers are all lead-in. We will, in the first half a kilometer, go through a banner, so I do expect you'll be able to pick a power-up pretty early on, ready to use for that first preem and that first segment. It is a little bit pitchy in places. It goes up to 5 and 6% in places, so just be cautious as you go through this lead-in. Sometimes you do find some riders just trying to stretch the field and whittle that front group down pretty early on in this race. With such a big field, it shouldn't happen, but it's just worth bearing in mind and bearing switched on. As we get through the course, we will also have the luxury of the Flamme Rouge banner here as well. So this gives us the 1 kilometer warning to the preem or the segment, but also the finish line, and we'll go through that on each lap as well. So this is the lead-in. Let's get in and have a look at the actual Classic circuit in a bit more detail. All right, so we're on the circuit proper now, and we go through the start-finish banner, and essentially you're going to start the circuit at kilometer 5.7. You've then got 2 kilometers of pan flat roads on the red roads of the Mall. So absolutely pan flat, out and back, 2 kilometers. We'll then leave the red road at kilometer 7.7. All right, so on the circuit, there is one little climb that you've got to think about on the first lap. This will come at kilometer 8.9. It does pitch up to 5 and 6% in places, but it is pretty short. But I do know lap after lap, this might start to pay if riders start to push on in that front group. Again, what I'm going to do in the Recon notes at the end of the video and in the description below, I'll leave notes and all the distances for each penultimate lap after this first one. But on lap 1, 8.9 kilometer, you get this little pitch. And to be honest, that is the only difficult section, other than the sprint, which we're going to take a look at in a little bit more detail. That is the only little section there where you've got to be cautious of in terms of pitching the road and a little bit of a climb. We're then back on the flat roads, and then we're going to come to the Flamme Rouge. On the first lap, again, you're going to hit this at kilometer 10.1. So the Flamme Rouge is going to indicate 1 kilometer to go to the finish of the race, or 1 kilometer to the next sprint, which is also the same position. All right, so let's take a look at this final kilometer. Again, pretty flat, if not slightly descending all the way here. So on the mini-map on the right-hand side, you'll start to see that you come up to this roundabout or this complex junction. You're gonna go straight across this junction, under the arch, and straight on to the red roads of the Mall. Now it is one straight flat road here, so you will see the finish banner very, very early. Quite often at the end of the race, as you'll see from this footage, the sprint will go early. So immediately under the arch, a couple of guys zipped off the front here, and once again I left my sprint a little bit too late on this particular one to get the win. But again, you'll start to see if riders do go too early, you can start to pull them back in that final 100 meters, as I did here. All right, so just to note, you're going to hit that red road with about 500 meters to go to the finish. Now, of course, if it's your last lap, you will have the countdown at the top of the screen, but you hit the road with 500 to go. The sprint segment itself is 200 meters and it's slightly descending. So again, you just be cautious that the speed needs to be up early. It's not like a climb where people start to fade. Momentum will play a part in this particular sprint. So 500 meters from the start of the red road, the actual sprint is the final 200 meters before you get to the finish line. So good luck, happy sprinting. This is all about sprinting skill, coming through the pack where possible to use that draft and keep that speed. And that's it, that's the lap, that's the sprint. Hopefully, again, you've learned something from me leaving the sprint maybe a little bit too late. Maybe those two guys went a little bit too early. You can judge that for yourselves. But now let's have a look at the power-ups available for this particular circuit. All right, so as always, 3 power-ups to utilize on this stage, and as expected, the AERO is of course there. It's a sprinter stage, I'd expect the AERO to be there for that. So again, hopefully you'll have plenty of opportunities to pick that up. You'll get it through the banner at the start of the course, at the start of the lead-in, and then each time you pass this mole sprint, you should pick up a new power-up. So utilize them every single lap, utilize them wisely. The next power-up that we're going to be utilizing is the drafting. Again, this has some great applications in this sprint. And again, if you want to go a little bit longer and utilize the draft of the group, you've got the draft, you can utilize this. It's a 30-second power-up. I really like to use this in a sprint also. And then we have the invisibility cloak, going to make you invisible for 10 seconds. We have seen this used in ZRL and the Premier Division very successfully in the past to take wins. Catching your opposition off guard, being invisible to the rest of the group for 10 seconds can play absolute wonders when it comes to a sprint, but it's all about timing. All right, so in terms of bike choice, really simple. The most aero setup you can get at your level. Most aero frame and the most aero wheels. As always, I'm going to leave 2 links below. I'm going to leave one which is the Tron versus the top performers, which is a chart that I use very, very frequently. And also I'll leave the link to the pages on the Zwift Insider, which will tell you at your level the most aero frame and wheels you can get. All right, so in terms of Recon, Electric Spirit will be doing the Recon Saturday morning. These tend to be a race, slightly shorter than the normal ZRL races typically, so check their events out. Again, if I can find the link, I'll leave it in the description below. And then don't forget, you've got the Rave Con Recons, which take place on a Sunday evening, 5 p.m, I think, UK time. You'll find them on the companion app. They're a nice steady recovery ride before the Tuesday evening, taking in the same course. Maybe go and ride both. Race on the Saturday, recover on the Sunday. Seems like a good plan to me. As always, guys, thank you for watching these videos. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for giving it a good thumbs up. I do appreciate all your comments below, and also a lot of the banter in the chat that we have over on the Facebook pages as well. And I look forward to seeing you on the roads of Zwift in the near future. Ride on.